Scorpio, welcome to your end of August 2021 General Tarot Update. I almost said October. It's Raina here. Yeah, I don't have much to add except to say I'm cutting these cards. Oh my goodness, how many times I've been getting that Six of Swords. Well, we got a lot of swords in this reading. Lots of swords. I'm going to pick an additional one because of the Five of Swords. I'm going to cut this and then go like this. Alright. Alright, now I'm going to collect these cards that I'm not using because they're taking up space here. And if it's it seems dark, I don't have the lights on. It's only got overcast, so you know, hopefully it'll lighten up when it's processing. The heart of the matter is the Four of Swords. I'm beginning to think, because I've been getting this card over and over again, is that people are feeling burnt out. They're feeling, you know, you did get a couple of these cards. The Ten of Wands can warn of burnout. And this idea of like, you know, why am I getting this card over and over again? And maybe people have been just enduring one thing after the other. This is really about, I would say like meditation, retreat, physical rejuvenation. And you don't have to go to a spa to do that. You can do that in your own home, or in a local retreat that is a lot less expensive than some kind of a luxury version. Sometimes they have a non-denominational retreats in a natural setting. Those are probably the best in terms of cost, and you can get the same results. You probably can even get better results because you're not trying to do something that is you know, that kind of luxury type of thing. Not to say you don't deserve it or that wouldn't be fun, but sometimes the simplicity is part of the unplugging, you know. So in any case, if this resonates with you, to me this is something that you need to do, or maybe you're contemplating doing. It's possible that you're doing it right now. We have in the past position the Ten of Cups, and this is a card of marriage and this kind of thing, you know, happy home life, the pot at the end of the rainbow. And so with the Four of Swords and with that Six of Swords, it makes me think that for some of you, that is a thing of the past, that you did have a happy marriage, but now maybe this is a separation card, the Four of Swords. You are having, as I record this in the future, a blue moon in Aquarius, which will affect your fourth house of home and family. So that could be that final straw or the final disengagement from that, because you had like you had one in July. You had a full moon in July in Aquarius. And so the fact that these two are bookends may speak to, you know, some initial triggering of events, and now you are dealing with the aftermath of that. And it can be, you know, I'm not going to lie, it might be something that you're still sorting out, but it is possible, if this is career related, that you just need to take that break, and you haven't been doing so as of yet. The higher message is the Six of Swords. I also got the Three of Wands. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you even move And you're doing it for a number of reasons. I think first and foremost, the Six of Swords talks about getting away from conflict. And that certainly might be something that you want to bring more peace into your life. But it might be that you've outgrown your immediate environment, and you need to explore new territory. You're doing the same old, and in order to grow, you have to seek new horizons. And part of that is also symbolic of starting anew. Scorpio is going to start having triggers. You guys are going to have triggers to your own sign. I mean, starting this November, when there is a lunar eclipse in Taurus, that's going to affect you because there will be an opposition from your sun, but to your sign itself in 2022, starting in May of 2022. So you're going to start to see these triggers. The South Node will be in your sign, so you really will have a hard time getting away with doing the same things that you did before. The universe is going to ask more of you than that, not to stay in your comfort zone. What crosses you is the King of Swords. This may be that, this may be another person, quite frankly, because even those swords up there, that could speak to a person, an Aquarius, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini individual, a person who, maybe this is a male, chronologically older, or at least, if that, or in a position of authority. So even sometimes this can be a boss who is, a gaslighter. And it's funny because I just had a similar thing yesterday when I was doing these readings, and I was mentioning some of the same things when I get like a king in the reverse position. I was talking about that, but it was like the King of Cups in reverse, and I was saying some of the same things about, getting inside your head. And then I stopped myself and I said, well, the cups are really related to the emotions, so that would be more of the King of Swords or something like that. But really it's kind of all semantics, because even this is the swords do relate to thoughts, and so a person like this can be this master chess player who is trying to convince you of things that are not true. That's what a gaslighter does. But that does also connect with emotion, and these people can use manipulations in order to trigger your emotions. So even if they're doing so with a mental approach, it could still have the same outcome. So if this is a person that you are getting away from, who turned out to be a narcissist, for instance, then good riddance to bad rubbish. I don't like to call human beings rubbish, but that's just a phrase. I mean, the behavior is certainly trash, and a Scorpio person, for whatever reason, including just good old-fashioned stubbornness, may stick to that situation. They don't want to be abandoned. They don't want to feel like the other person gained the upper hand. Like, you're not going to leave me, if anything, I'm going to leave you. But it just creates a power struggle. And it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for people to prolong the agony of allowing somebody else's negative behavior to kind of control them, is really what it boils down to when you think about it. So if you are contemplating, or you are actually making plans to get away from someone, but you feel this sense of like conflict within yourself about whether or not you really should do it, let me be the one to encourage you to do whatever it takes to protect yourself, rather than stay in a situation where someone is messing with your mind, messing with your emotions. What is coming in is the 10 of Wands. You may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders for some reason. And this may actually be like working long hours, working 2 jobs. With the 4 of Swords right in the middle of this reading, be careful about taking on too much. You might be doing it for a reason, like you want to prepare for leaving your relationship, your job, and you want to have a little bit of a buffer. But, you know, if you haven't taken time for yourself to kind of contemplate your options, that would be a great thing if you have the time. Even take like a mental health day so that you can really, you know, take action that is going to give you what you're looking for, instead of doing things like kind of what's it, the word or the phrase, you know, when you're retreading old ground, spinning your wheels, is, you know, where you're kind of just doing things but it's not leading to anything. Have a game plan. And that's, to me, another thing about the 4 of Swords. It could be like you're organizing your thoughts. The outcome is the 5 of Swords. So be careful about who you trust, who you give your confidence to, Scorpio. There may be someone or some people who are in the background, who are really trying to sabotage you in some way. It could even be friends. If you like are letting people know what your plans are, it could get back to that individual. And some of these people are very vindictive. I'm talking about the people who get left. They don't like being left. They don't think that they deserve to be left, and so they can get very nasty about it. So please do not, you know, do something to jeopardize whatever your plans are by, you know, not realizing that there might be people around you who are not as supportive as you think they are. Okay, well, the sun is coming out. It looked like it was going to rain, so that's a good sign, maybe. Well, it's almost over, this reading. So I picked an additional card just because that one is kind of treacherous. It's like about the people that you think you trust that aren't deserving of your trust. And so I picked another card, and I got the 3 of Wands. This is a really future-oriented card. And it's also expansive. It's like you want more out of life. You're not settling for less right now. But it's, to me, the devil is in the details. It's all about how do you get from A to B, you know, or A to Z, if there's a lot to kind of take care of. And it can feel overwhelming. So don't try to do everything in one day, just like little by little. Get all your ducks lined up in a row, Scorpio, so you're ready to rock and roll when it's time. This is you believing that there's more to life than whatever it is that you're currently faced with. And that is so true. There is. I mean, we get in this tunnel vision because we're feeling like we get sucked into other people's negative traps and things like that. But once we start to see that and we start to stay in our own lane and start focusing, putting the focus back on ourselves, we can accomplish so much more. So I wish you all the best as we close out August. And I hope that you resonate with this. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.